Ukraine United Ambassador Nations Sergiy Kyslytsya left. Permanent representative of Russia. War in Ukraine and last attacks Russia were discussed on Monday, October 9, 2023. United Headquarters. The United Nations Russia's ambassador of Russia claimed that Ukrainian soldier in a village Kyiv, which was hit by missile strike last week and killed 52 people, and claimed that it was after the men of the military age. Vassily Nebenzia, an UN Security Council meeting called by Ukraine, said the soldier was a high-ranking Ukrainian nationalist and was numerous neo-Nazi criminal partners. The strike on Thursday by a Russian Saltik ballistic missile lost more than 15,300 population of the village Hrza in Northeast Kharkiv region. The café reopened for the Great was destroyed and all families. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov refused last Friday that Russia was responsible for the Hroza attack. As in past, the Russian army insisted that Russian army did not target civilians and civilian facilities. Nebenzia reiterated that the Russian army did not target civilians and civilian facilities. In statement he gave to Given Council, "We remind you that if Kiev regime concentrates soldiers in a certain place, we have become a legitimate target for strikes, including IHL," he said. He also said that putting heavy weapons and missile defenses in the settlement areas is a serious violation and leads to the tragedy we are talking about today. Although Russian President Vladimir Putin was Jewish president who lost his relatives' Holocaust and presided on a Western-backed, democratically elected government, he painted his enemies in Ukraine as neo-Nazis in proposal to legitimize Russia's war Ukraine. There have been important tools for Putin, but historians see their use as disinformation and cynical way to advance the aims of Russian leader. Awakening in Hrza was for Andriy Kozyr, a soldier from Hrza, who last winter by Russia's invading forces in eastern Ukraine. Nebenzia claimed that the Ukrainian government had ridden their hands about civilians who in hotels, pensions, cafes and airstrikes. What a coincidence, Neb Nebenzia said. Ferit Hoxha, UN Ambassador of Albania, President of the Council, chaired this month, underlined the missile strikes and deaths in Hrza. Russia could reject responsibility, but continued a war and terrible crimes at same time broke the law of universal ancestors who were absolutely respected for these mourning, he said. U.S. Deputy Ambassador Robert Wood asks everyone in the council room to separate a minute and let the terrible phenomenon sink. People gathered to mourn their loved ones should now mourn themselves. Geng Shuang, a U.S. ambassador of China, a close ally of Russia, said that Beijing found severe civilian losses in the attack on the village, related